there, kids. Happy holidays. We are going to keep this special going. And oh my goodness, this is a good one because we're saving the best for last. Pookie and the Dill Purple Geniuses, they have to save Christmas. Something is wrong in Dillland and they need our help. So let's head on over and let's get started with Pookie and the Christmas Thief. Here we go. Pookie and the Christmas Thief. It's Thursday, and yep, it is that marvelous time again, where dill quest are roasting, fireplaces are warming, and dill carols are being sung in good old Dillland, the kindest city in all of Dilltopia. The Dill Purple Geniuses are super excited to gather together and share gifts with the little Dill girls and little Dill boys this season like they always do. But something's funny. Something is strange. Something is definitely different this year. Pookie noticed that all the stores were missing swackings to fill with goodies and cookies to share on Christmas Day. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yelled a fellow Dillland citizen. I think we have a Stief on our hands. No one likes a Stief, especially in Dillland. As a matter of fact, it is the worst thing that can ever happen in all of Dilltopia. A Stief! A Stief! Are you kidding? A Stief in Dillland? One of the kindest cities in Dilltopia? Lock your doors, close your windows, hide the eggnog, and pipe down the dill cocoa. Everyone begins to panic. Everyone begins to run. The peaceful and jolly Christmas that Pookie and the Dill Purple Geniuses were excited about having has been interrupted by a Stief. What are we to do with a Stief in Dillland, thought Pookie. Those swackings are not ordinary swackings in Dillland. You see, each little dill fills them with the good deed that they have done all year, and on Christmas Day, their swackings are filled with wonderful gifts and treats. But how can the little dills receive their treats for their good deeds if there are no swackings to fill on Christmas Eve? What is a Stief, you may ask, dill friends? Well, a Stief is a straggly-haired, crooked-toothed, three-legged, wide-eyed swacking stealer who goes around trying to make everyone's Christmas absolutely horrible in all of Dillland. They not only steal swackings, but all of the dill candy and fresh-baked dill cookies too. No one knows exactly where they come from, nor why they choose to steal swackings during this happy season. But they do, and no one, I mean no one, has ever been able to stop them when they come. It is pretty much a done deal that your Christmas will be ruined when there are signs of a Stief in your Dill City. The Dill Purple Geniuses were not happy at all that there was a possibility that they would not be able to enjoy Christmas this year. They had been singing songs early and preparing swackings to fill with good deeds they had done all year long too. Pookie knew something had to be done, so she called on the other Dill Purple Geniuses to meet at their secret castle hideout. She ran quickly through the magical boogie door and headed as fast as she could to the Rat-a-tat-a-pick-a castle to devise a plan. Bubbles, Limbo, and Teeny and their Dill Purple Genius sidekick, Fidget, hurried as fast as they could and were right behind them. Okay, Dill Purple Geniuses, we have a problem and we need to fix it quick. There seems to be a Stief lurking about in Dillland, and we only have one day to find it before Christmas Eve. We need to use all the magic and help that we can. Well, what do you suggest? Said Limbo. I suggest we write on our whistle poles and look in every place that a Stief would try to go. That means we have to think like a Stief. like a steeve and wiggle like a steeve to try and figure out just where a steeve might hide and lay low. Pookie knew they were running out of time, so she began mapping out places that they should search first. But as the Dill Purple Geniuses were creating their great Dill plan, Pookie had no clue that there was not just one Stief lurking about, but two, and they were stealing swackings right from under their noses. They took the purple swackings, red swackings, yellow swackings, and feathered ones too. They shoved the big swackings and the little swackings in between their tight shoes. They ate the candy, the twiddledums, and swivel canes without guilt. They stuck out their tongues and made faces as they ran away in filth. Those no-good sneaky Stiefs danced around with great joy, happy that they ruined Christmas for the little Dill girls and boys. Hey! This is not a rhyming story. Let's stay focused. Stay focused. Uh-oh, Dill friends. It seems like the Dill Purple Geniuses will need your help because they are running out of time and running out quick. The Dill Purple Geniuses whistled for their whistle poles, hopped on, and off they went. Pookie flew by Tiptoe Mountain, but no Stief. Teeny flew by the quiet shush flowers, but no Stief. Limbo got a little clever and looked inside the large brown manger by the Dill Christmas stage for the Dill Land play, but no Stief. Bubbles flew by every decorated Dill house and looked on top of every twinkling Dill roof, but still no Stief. Where could the Stief possibly be? Pookie sat down to think and think. I've got it, said Pookie. Pookie remembered a box of swackings she had not put out and flew to go and get them. When she returned, Pookie needed to think quick. So she held the zickle above her head and said, "Ka-wham, wham, zam." The zickle lit up bright with colors, and the sweet and sour sentence appeared. It said, "Hang the swackings in the Dill Town Square." The Dill Purple Geniuses did just that, and wouldn't you know it, one greedy Stief wiggled out slowly and wobbled straight to the swackings and started pulling and tugging. Bubbles saw what was going on and decided to blow a humongous bubble, catching the Stief before he could get away. Then another Stief appeared. He too walked straight to the swackings, pulling and tugging and pulling. Two Stiefs? There are two of you? Cried Pookie. Limbo stretched his arm across, tripping the Stief into another humongous bubble. That Bubbles blew so that it would not get away. But boy, oh boy, were those Stiefs upset. They tried their best to escape the bubbles, but pooped themselves out and decided to give up. Pookie walked up to the magical bubbles and said, "Why do you steal, Stiefs? Don't you know nothing good comes to those who steal like a thief?" The Stiefs looked around and said, "We steal your precious Christmas swackings because no one has ever invited us to enjoy your happy fun and joy. You sing and dance and sing your jolly Christmas carols while we have no swackings filled of our own on your so-called Christmas day." Wow, thought Pookie. We never knew that you wanted to enjoy Christmas too. All this time you have stolen swackings from Dill City to Dill City, and we never knew why. I suppose even a Stief has feelings too. How about this? If we let you go and you give back all the Dill swackings, you will then be qualified as doing a good deed. Even fixing something that may have started off wrong is considered a good deed. Besides, after all, Christmas is not truly about getting, it is about giving. The Stiefs looked at each other, gave a huge nod with a great big crooked grin, and agreed to give back the swackings so that all the little Dills and their families could get rewarded for all of their kindness they shared throughout the year in Dillland. The very next morning, the bell rang and the Dill citizens woke up with wonderful smiles upon their faces. Just like always, their swaggings were filled with great treats and gifts. But instead of checking their swaggings first, this Christmas they decided to spend time with family, friends, and the Stiefs with joy and laughter. What the Stiefs truly did not know, Dill friends, is that stealing swaggings would not have ruined their Christmas after all. So you see, Stiefs, even if you had kept our swaggings, we would still sing and celebrate the good feeling that we carry inside from helping others. And that, Stiefs, is the greatest gift of all. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a Dill night.
Wow, what an amazing story. I was glued to every single moment. And you were so awesome helping Pookie and the Dill Purple Geniuses save Christmas in Dillland. I was getting kind of nervous. But once we found out the true heart of the Stiefs and that they were just a little lonely, they weren't so bad. They became friends. Kind of like us, right? Once we ask questions and find out someone's true heart, we might make a brand new friend. Please subscribe, like, and share with all your family and friends. And remember, there's still the nativity story. Goodbye.